lions taught to seek dangers, brave and defiance, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehavior, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the you think a day is. But hey, what about the So I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going air, they were like, so I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah, see the crowd going air, they were like, ooh yeah,
Diego. I'm with the cash like Diego. God. Yeah, all these numbers on me go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, all these shooters on me just go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, got a dime piece with me, she gon' go just like Diego. God. Yeah, they don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego. Solitaire. Earrings, they be shining, keep blinded. Ain't met up, yeah, I can't. Since I got rich, and she say I'm just cause I took her on the island. The money keep on piling. Talk to me, yeah. Better talk nice. Fell in love with the fettuccine, they both dead, can't talk twice. Now they pray on my downfall, everything I do, I gotta walk like. Let them in, jacket off, rich, so I'm fucked off like. God. Yeah, all these diamonds on me go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, all these shooters on me just go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, got a dime piece with me, she gon' go just like Diego. God. Yeah, they don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego.
Why you think we the same? We ain't the same. I'm the type to do the hitting up, you the type to pay hitters. Why you think we the same? We ain't the same. I'm the type to do the hitting up, you the type to pay hitters.
That's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather, and we are underway from MetLife Stadium. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Keely Ringo getting home from his spot in the secondary. How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the...
Under pressure, they got him again. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants.
Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Fielded at about the 28.
A nice job getting 3 on the return for 13 yards.
And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Smith, the man in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd down. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
They'll try and run for it with Gainwell.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams marching right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone. You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Well, they'll fake it there on the jet sweep, but instead here's Swift.
And this time he is in.
DeAndre Swift with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own.
He's got a man, complete.
He's to the 15.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Jamal Agnew. And he'll Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. As they've got it as we resume action. On first down, here's Stroud. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former Giant, James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Giants are back within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing on second and long. Hurts. And this is caught. It's gone. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-zip.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in the face there, Parker. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Throwing is Hurts.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
13 yards. First down, Eagles.
Once again, it's Swift.
The 20.
They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on this.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
with touchdown number 20 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now,
and the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Eagles.
There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Here's 3rd and 3. They go play action with Hurts. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now Jake Elliott, earlier in his career, he beat these Giants with a 61-yarder. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
2nd and 10. Now Stroud. Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game, so you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Escaping the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going for it. Here's Stroud. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
At the 24-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That's going to be caught. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Final play of the half, Stroud.
And his throw here's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
3rd quarter starts with a run from Swift.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here's Hurts to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Goes with the out route and completes it to Swift.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
But 1st down, Hurts.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
Hurts. That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
In motion right is Watkins.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. Now back to throw.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And bulldozing his way through. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 54 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Up the middle with Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Keely Ringo picks it off. Pushing through tacklers at the 30.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's got Smith here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Second down, here's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 30. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 8.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
That is caught. Touchdown, Eagles.
Quez Watkins,
28 yards.
And the Eagles are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
At their own 25-yard line.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Bellinger hauls it in out left side.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now, quick throw there is incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Stroud sets up the play action.
Out to his left.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And give him a gain of 37.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown.
A great play there. 26 yards.
And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. This to the outside, it's Sermon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Waste of time.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Stroud. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
Makes the score Eagles 55, Giants 28.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it would seem as if their three-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Again, that's Watkins. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 37.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.